Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Robin from Spiritual Abundance, and today we're going to go live. I hope everyone is doing well. If you're tuning in tonight or whenever you watch or listen to this, please go ahead and leave comments and let me know how you're doing. Also let me know where you're from. I'd love to know from where my listeners and followers are following from. Please also post your questions. And like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook, Instagram, and connect with us. Let us know how you are. Let us know how we can help you. So how's everyone liking the energy now? If you are not aware, we're under Mercury retrograde. We've just had a new moon. We had a solar eclipse. And now we have so many planets, Saturn, Neptune, you name it, they're all in retrograde right now. It is intense. Intense. A lot of people are feeling it. A lot of people are feeling the energies, depression, tiredness, sensitivity, you name it. You can put it down to the energies going around. So if you're not feeling it, it's the planet's fault. So tonight the first thing I wanted to talk about is, the main topic I want to talk about is objects and handwriting. And this is in the context of them being used for things that are not of the light. Okay. Something that I've known for a long time, and things that I will be teaching on my upcoming courses as well. But I wanted to take tonight to talk about these things. When we're talking about people who do magic, whether it's voodoo, hoodoo, witchcraft, sangoma, etc., sometimes these people need something, and you may have heard about this before. They'll need something from you, a personal belonging, or something of you. Okay, we live in a day and age where people don't need your writing, unless it's like maybe for something you're going to do, like an application for something, or a application to do something. So I had a scenario the other day. I had just taken my son to the doctor, and I popped into a esoteric shop, crystal shop, spiritual shop, and this person I knew the person in the shop knew I was a psychic medium and a reader. And this person in the shop shall remain nameless. I'm not going to name and shame. Anyway, the person asked me about my services and pricing, and said there always are people needing readings, so wanted my details just in case. Okay, I didn't have any of my business cards on me. I basically grabbed my cell phone, grabbed my bank card, and grabbed my child, and so I had nothing with me. And they wanted my contact details, email, telephone, and website, and how to contact me. Now, we live in a day and age where we should definitely be very, very aware of energies and people's intentions, and not everything is all as it seems most times. Now, not everybody has a bad intention, but you have to trust your intuition. In this case, I knew that I shouldn't have given my name and details in my own handwriting out. People have phones and basically can very swiftly exchange details, literally at the click of a button, or they can find you and follow you on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are, or find your website. Try to avoid giving people who ask for your signature or your writing, especially if you're in a spiritual shop or dealing with spiritual people. Try to never do that. If you can pay via Tap and Go, or pay by debit card, or a card that doesn't require a signature, that's better too. The reason I say this is that there's a lot of witches, sangomas, people who practice voodoo and hoodoo and all types of things. People in the witch community know about this as well. A lot of people use signatures and handwriting. They use your handwriting to do spells. This is spell work. Now, this person had asked me for my information, that they were going to contact me, but I already knew that I should not have given that information out. Now that not that I shouldn't have given the information, but that I shouldn't have given it in my handwriting to this person, because I knew that they were not going to contact me, and I already knew what the intentions were. So the person never contacted me, but they kept my handwriting. So if this ever happens to you and you need to trust your intuition, my spirit guides are very good in that they talk to me all the time. And at the time I knew that I shouldn't be giving my handwriting out to this person, because again, people can hex you. I hate to use the word hex or curse, because a lot of people believe that bullshit of, like, psychics only mention this to extort money from people, or do that because the thing is, curses and hexes are very real and they do exist. Okay? So now I know there will be some people here saying, I don't believe in spells or curses or hexes, but whether you do or don't, they are very real and do exist, believe it or not. And whether you believe it or not, they will still work, and they will still have the same effect on you as whether you believe in them. So take the blinkers off and don't be naive. Never give a personal object that belongs to you to someone that you don't even know. Don't give it to somebody you do know either. But there's a lot of people that will go, oh, I love that, or oh, I would love something like that. And there's a lot of people who, even your best friends, there may be best friends out there with not so good intentions, or they may have something attached to them. So don't give anything personal at all. I recently, this afternoon, I had a salon owner contact me, a friend of mine, and a client who I've developed a very good relationship with over the year, and she said to me, Robin, help, and I don't know what to do. And she told me the story about what had happened. Her best friend was in business with her. The salon isn't open as yet. She apparently had to do some wedding hair or something to that effect, and she borrowed her personal stuff. A short while later, this friend of mine, client who I will not mention, her fingers started to tingle, her legs started to tingle, her toes started to tingle. She had like a crawly skin, and she said she really felt that something was up. And when I looked to see, sure enough, her hair had been used for some not so good intentions. So please, people, be very, very careful about who you give stuff to and what you take from others. If you do what I did, you can reverse what they did. It's quite simple. Write their name down on a sheet of paper. However, or whatever you gave them in writing, write that in reverse and then burn it. Then take those ashes and smother them with salt. And basically this is like counteracting and reversing the spell that was done, or whatever magic was done against you. You will know if magic has been done to you. Now, I'm 47 years old now. I'm dropping pearls of wisdom around here for everybody that is listening to this. For those who are young, or for some of you in your late teens or early 20s, I've been around the block a few times and I've walked this road myself. I was a witch. I've researched, I've read a lot, I've done a lot of spells. So I'm talking to you from experience. I walk in the light, I do things in the light, I do things by white light. I do not walk in the dark. And please, if you are, if you think or you are involved with something that you know is not of good intention, then please get help to get out of it. Okay? If you're in your 20s or late teens right now, please use some common sense. Do not give people your comb or brush. Your best friend might be like, oh, let me use your brush, I forgot mine. And I would say, no. Why, you ask? Because your brush or comb has hair, your own hair. People will use nail clippings, they'll use hair, they will use anything they can get off of you. But it's different when they're asking for the object and you go ahead and willingly give it to them. So it's going to always have an effect on you. So be careful when you do that. Be careful of giving things to other people, because it basically gives their blessing, your blessing to do stuff to you without you even knowing about it. Now going back to the shop moment, I'd given them my handwriting and I'd gone out of the shop, and at that moment I knew that they had bad intentions. Another thing you can do is, if you give your handwriting or your signature or anything, is that you can say something like this in your mind. I call upon my ancestors for protection, Archangel Michael, and that all the signatures or writing that I'm doing right now in this moment is null and void from any magic and cancels out any magic. You and you alone have the power to do that. So it's very important for you to speak that and bind that ahead of time, because I've known a lot of people who come to me, and I'm not a fool. I already know their intentions. They order something from me or ask me to write notes about a reading and send it to them, or other spiritual practitioners will ask for advice and my findings in writing, which is difficult when you're doing a psychic detective or something on a murder mediumship case, as you tend to write and draw a lot. And these people think I'm not aware of it, but I am very aware of it and their intentions. Every time I sign something, I am always putting a binding onto it, and a lot of people don't know that. So whoever they are and whatever they're doing out of jealousy or greed or whatever it is null and void, but they can try. In this case, I was called all of God, as I was more concerned about my son than I was of anything else. So I never gave it another thought until I got home, and I gave my signature out without thinking. Another way that signatures are used is in divorce cases, where you are asked to sign by the attorneys. A lot of attorneys are Freemasons. They are caught up in some very bad and very dark arenas. So be careful who you give your signature to when you're getting divorced. Chances are you're going to look back and think, like, why the hell has it not gone through, or why didn't I get what I set out to get, or why is this happening, or why is that happening, why is the next thing happening? Forewarned is forearmed. It's a saying I've had for many years, and it's a saying I will have for many years. Okay, never give out your personal items. If people ask you for jewelry or anything of that nature that are personal, don't give it to them. If you are selling anything that is personal or used, that carries energies of other people. That is why I don't buy used clothing or buy antiques, because it has energies, and a lot of the times it has energies from many generations. If you're buying clothes from a store, wash those clothes, sage those clothes, and before you wear them. They carry energy of millions of people on them, and then you'll wonder why you don't sleep at night, or you have bad dreams, and. But if you're giving something of yourself away, go ahead and sage it. Use Palo Santo, sage, and pepper. Just smudge it. Clear your energy off of the object before you give it to someone else. This goes for blood too. You can also do a protection on your blood whenever you go to your lab, or for blood to be taken from you for testing. You'll be surprised. Witches exist everywhere, and I'm not saying this to trigger fear in anybody, but just to create an awareness. When you go to the labs to get blood work done, those people can take a little bit of your blood to do blood magic. There are different magics that people can do There's air magic, fire magic, blood magic, and a whole list of other different levels of magic that people can use for certain things. But it's most effective when they can have something that is given to them from the other person. Okay. Be very careful with what you are doing. Going back to my shop experience, I swear my spirit has been slapping me left and right in my face since the day and saying, Robin, you should have known better. As I have a jaw that feels like it's bruised since we're on about day 4 now, and I feel like my whole jaw is like I've been in a massive fight. For me as a spirit medium, it's like all in a day's work. People are like that. My advice is to listen to your spirit guides when they are talking to you, because I swear to God that my spirit guides and guardian angels were slapping me for being dumb. And it's not that I was being dumb in that moment. My intention was good, but we live and we learn, and my guard was down as I was so focused on my son who was ill. So pay attention to your intentions and what you feel. I knew in that moment in the shop that I shouldn't have given that to that person, but they will get back what they have done. I normally send it back 3 times 3. It is one of the Wiccan laws, and it goes along the lines of what you sow, so shall you reap. The wheel turns, whatever you want to call it. It's coming back 3 times 3. Whatever is done with a bad intention or a bad vibration, it does come back, and I do believe in that. I do believe in karma, even though there are a lot of witches or people in the magical community or spiritual community. Some people don't believe in karma. That karma comes back. They believe it doesn't exist, but I'm a firm believer it does. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to go into any of the blood protections here or any of that stuff here, as this is sitting at the platform, and it will be dealt with on another stream which is private and in one of my teachings. The main reason I'm doing that is to protect people from bad intentions, protect people from psychic vampires, to protect people from trying to do hocus pocus, what I call hocus pocus, on other people. It's a very dangerous and very fine line that you walk, and it's not for everybody. So that will be dealt with on another level. I do, however, keep it in the light. I keep it white, and I don't cross into the dark. I just wanted to touch on a subject that I have had a number of questions regarding, and it kind of fell into the same under the same kind of umbrella as what we've just been talking about, and I'm going to call it Psychic 101. And the question is, how do you know when you're dealing with an unethical psychic? Well, firstly, your spirit guides will tell you so. And if you're not listening to your spirit guides, don't listen to a psychic. Okay. The second thing is, the moment they start talking about spell work or try upselling spell work or upselling onto your reading, you know that they're unethical. The moment they tell you that you need to come back to them exclusively for readings, or come for readings every few days or every week or every month, you got to know they are an ethical reader. They'll ask for something great and may strike fear in you. So if you are having a reading with them and they make you fearful, okay, and they asking for a lot more money, or they're asking you to pay somebody because they don't have the money for it, or and they instill a fear in you that if you don't do this to help them, there's going to be trouble, or things are going to get worse. You've got to know that you're dealing with an unethical psychic. A lot of psychics who are sketchy use fear as a tactic to scare the person. In my readings, I don't tell people when they're going to die, or if they're going to get things like cancer or whatever. These are not things, and again, these are ethics and lines that you do not cross. And these are things I'm teaching in my upcoming courses. In Sketchy Readers, you just need to pay attention for those type of things. So if they're telling you that if you don't pay X amount by a certain date, or if you don't do this or you don't do that, or whatever, and instill that fear in you that you're going to die if this doesn't happen, or one of your loved ones is going to die if this doesn't happen. You've got to know you're dealing with a sketchy psychic. And if they tell you that you need to come back for a daily or weekly or monthly or twice a day reading, you've got to know you're dealing with a sketchy psychic. And I would run a mile. Usually I advise my clients